Welcome students of standard 10. Today, in continuation of the previous topic, that was way to recognize the functions and how to invoke the various types of functions. I'm going to give it another example. Here's a question where you have a class name called calculator, then the instance variables or the data members are x and y, that is two positive integers. Member functions of the methods, you have first one void input int a comma int b. Now this is a new type of accepting functions. Earlier we did not have this parameters, today we have a parameter, so I'm going to show how this works. Then int add, that is without argument with return. Then int sub, int z, that is with argument with return. Void multi, and this is your without argument and without return. Now today we are going to do first, we will start with this one, that is write main method to invoke or call the above function. That means write main method within the class and without object creation. Let's see this one. Okay, so let's start with this one. Here we go. So we have a calculator class. As I said, follow that particular rule. Alright, package declaration, class declaration, instance data members, static scanner object, and then we have the first function. See how it is done. A and B, these are local variables, they have to assign values to the global variable. So x equals to A, semicolon, y equals to B. And then A and B will derive the value when it is invoked. And it will pass in turn to the global data members. Then you have int add, returns, because it's a return function, return x plus y. Then int sub, int z, what it does it subtracts z from the sum of x and y and returns the result. Then we have the next one, that is your okay, just hold on. So here we have the next one, that is the multi, void multi, and you have the without argument, without return. So system out of println x into y. Then how we are going to invoke these functions? Here, look at this one, this main method. We are going to call these functions. The first function is input int a comma int b. So this int a comma int b, that means here what happens, we have two integers. So input and 5 comma 6, that means 5 goes into a and the value of a in turn goes into x. That is the meaning. Similarly, 6 is moved into b and the b value moves in turn to y. Finally, x and y stores 5 and 6 respectively. Then the next one, that is add. Add is what? Without argument but with return. So any one of the methods that you can adopt. That is either you write system out of println add or store, because add is returning integer type value. So in this case what happens? Int p is equals to add, because it is returning int. So store into an int variable and print the variable there. Then the third one is your sub. The sub function contains argument and without return. With argument and without return. Okay, so there is an argument over here, but it is also returning. So since it is returning, remember straight away system out of println and sub 10, or whatever value the sub function is returning. If you look at the question, it is int sub. So that means it is returning int variable, int value, integer value. Therefore, store into an integer variable called q, and thereafter print q. Then multi, it is without argument, without return. So as a result, what happens? It is here we have, there is no argument, no return. So simply multi and close. Okay, this is the first one. That is, we are using main method within the class and without object creation. Then we move on to the next one. That is here. Now in this case, what happens? In this case, if you notice, here we have within the same class with main function and with object creation in the same class. So here we have the same functions, import calculator, then this thing instance variables, scanner object, input for function here where x is equal to a, y equal to b, add function returns x plus y, int sub. Please look at remember the question here, it is int sub. So here what happens, x plus y minus z, and it returns the value. Then you have, these are all computational functions here. And then Here system out of println x into y, multi. Now the main issue is with regard to the main method. This is what we have. So in the main method, how these values are written. So in this case, since we have an object creation, that means object has to be created. Remember, when there was no object, so what happens in the previous one, we never had these kind of things. These values, these what you call words, OB did not exist. Okay. So now what happens? Just create a vertical object of the class called calculator. Since we have, in this case, we have a calculator class. So write calculator OB equals to new calculator. That is the calculator is the name of the class, object name, new keyword, and the class what you call function or constructor. So then what happens? Wherever there are functions are there, just add OB dot. So the same thing here we have OB dot input. I have taken a value 6, 8 for value of A and B. That means 6 will go to A value will go to X. That means in turn or at the end X will store 6. Similarly with Y also, A goes to B and B value goes into what you call y. So then what happens? We have an add function just like that, the same thing, since it is returning either println or any one of these two. Either this part, either you write this one or you take this method. Any one of the method you have to choose. Okay, whichever method that you are comfortable with. Similarly with subtract also the same thing. The multi also we have the same thing. Then the next part. The next one here is we have an object called, we have a class called calculator, and we are having a main method. We are invoking the function of the calculator class from the main method, and this main method is present in another class called computer. Okay, this is what we are going to do. So first you write all the functions, that is define all the function, that means all the function definitions should be present in the calculator class. Look at here how it appears. I am just going to show you. Look at this, void input, look at add, look at subtract, that is a sub function, look at multifunction, okay, and then what happens, close, there is an end of class, compile and keep it, and then after that what you do is, create another class by the name called computer. First you compile and keep, remember that, then create another class called computer. In computer what you do is, what you do is create an object of the calculator class. So calculator is because from the computer class, in fact it's just like a remote, and this is a television. So if I want to invoke those channels, I can use this remote. So here the remote will contain all what you call the calling function. These are all function calls. Wherever you find like ob dot input, then add, ob dot add, ob dot sub. These are all these are nothing but they are calling functions, or they are also known as a function call. So ob, the same thing what we have done in the previous page, same thing you have to do in the main method. The only difference is in the previous page we did it in the same class. In this case we are going to do it in the another class called computer. So this is what exactly that we are going to we have to be done. Then what happens here? That is, now there is another type of question that you will find, that is with reference to the choice. So if you have a choice of the things that is being printed, okay, then how you are going to do with a choice. So first what you do is write all the function definitions till here, till multi, and thereafter create an object as we have done it here. Create an object. After creating an object, suppose you want to enter two positive integers. In the previous cases we had assigned, we had given value 6, 8, 10 in case of input. But now what happens here is we have to accept the values. Okay, so enter two positive integers, and then what we will do is just hold on for a while. Here we will make a little change, a slight change I am going to make in case of input function. That's in case of input function, there is a slight change I am going to make. There is a problem that is going on over here in the thing with reference to the board. I hope it works out. Yes. Now what happens here? This will be the value of x and y has already been accepted. So when you have x and y that has been accepted there, look at here, int a and b. Okay. So what we are going to do in this case is, we will take two different variables. two separate variables we will take. We will take over here say m and this one as n. Okay, int m and int n. So what happens then? M comma n will be passed into input function. That means whatever value that we assign to m and n, whatever value we assign to m and n will get stored into a and b when we call the input function a and b, and then a value will get stored into x and then b value gets stored into this. That means suppose m is equals to 5 and n is equals to 10. That means m value will get stored into a, n value will get stored into b, finally a value will get stored into x and b value will get stored into y. In other words, x in turn, that is at the end, will store 5 and y in turn, that is at the end, will store 10 respectively. Okay. So now what happens after having invoked this one input function, then we move on to the choice of it. A system out of println add, that is 1 for add, 2 for subtract and 3 for multi. Enter your choice. Ch, as you know, we take a variable, any variable of your choice, accept the choice, pass the choice into switch block, and then case 1, that is as we have done. So system out of println ob.add, that is the first one is add, second one is subtract, third one is multi. So either you do this one or you do this thing, either first one or you do the second one, and after having done either of them, use break, because case ends with a break statement. Then we have the next one, the 2, second one. Println again the same thing, ob.sub with 5 as a value. You can accept the value also, but here I have not accepted. So what you can do in this case is assign any value. I have assigned 5, or you take this variable and store this function and print the variable as well. Then break. And then the next one is your third one, that is your ob.multi. Then break, and then default you have system.println invalid choice and end of switch statement. So now what happens here, this is what exactly is another set of questions that you can, a program that you can that you can solve, and that you can understand how the functions are recognized and how these functions are invoked from the main method. Okay. Now the next topic I will discuss something more in detail. All right. Till then, enjoy yourself. Be safe. God bless you all.